good evening and welcome to a psalm and a song. I tell you, some weeks are just a lot of fun because, and I'm not blaming this on anybody but myself, but some weeks I just don't get much of a chance to play a guitar. So spending time with you gives me time to do that. And it's kind of fun. And I miss getting a chance to do it more often. So happy Wednesday to you. I hope that you are well. This is our third week of Lent. And so we are doing the Beatitudes. And I don't even need a Bible to tell you what the third Beatitude is. Matthew chapter 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Now, I will tell you that I have taught the Beatitudes. I use that as a tool to teach confirmation class. And so if you remember confirmation class back when you were in middle school, and maybe you even had to sit through it 2 years like I did. I don't make these kids do anything like that. But this is particularly good for confirmation because this is Jesus's sermon. And so it invites us to hear Jesus preaching and invites us right into the center of Jesus's teachings about the kingdom of God. And right in the middle of these Beatitudes is, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. If there is anything farther from the gospel of America right now, it is blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. I mean, tell you what, blessed are the powerful, blessed are the armed, blessed are those who can speak louder than you and talk you right down. Blessed are anybody but the meek, the quiet. Right? Something I dearly love about Jesus is that teachings about the kingdom of God are always from where I am. And a reminder that I always got it wrong. Man, how's that possible? I mean, enough, I've been to seminary twice. I've been to 2 of them. You'd think I'd have pretty good understanding of the kingdom of God. Pretty good understanding of what Jesus values and what Jesus doesn't. And still, I lose all hope when the right politicians don't win. And still, I get all anxious when the world seems topsy-turvy. And still, I put my faith in my own hands. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. That is a tough one. And every time I have a confirmation class, I bring this around again and again and again, and I ask us to read this chapter in Matthew, and I say, what does that mean to you? And I look around at all these faces, and they're all just looking back at me. And there's never been a kid yet that had an answer for blessed is the meek, for they shall inherit the earth, because it just doesn't make sense. It's not what we're taught. And frankly, I'm not even sure we do a good job teaching it in church. I don't think we do. And shame on me for being a teacher in church. Because Jesus is talking about the least of these. Jesus is always talking about those with nothing. Certainly those with less than me. Jesus is always talking about the kingdom of God is for them. And if I have eyes to see that, if I can just understand that the kingdom of God is for the meek, then maybe it changes my attitude too. Maybe I can see the qualities inherent in the meek and the less than and the marginalized and those others. All of this food is here to feed people who cannot afford food, or to feed people who value company when they eat and don't want to eat alone, or whatever of 1,000 reasons 1,000 people bring. But this food is meant for everyone. This food will be cooked and prepared and shared in a community meal. For the meek to inherit the earth. God's ways are not my ways. God's ways are not your ways. Jesus keeps preaching. I hope that I can listen better, and I hope you can too. Bless us for our meekness and the earth that we will inherit. Sweet by and by, there's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar, for the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall, let's try it first again, shall we? There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar, for the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. It's good to be with you. Happy Wednesday. See you next week.